How's it going, guys? Today we are getting back to work on the Frankenstein Civic, so let's roll that intro and get started. So tomorrow there's actually a local car show in town, so I gotta get Frankenstein ready for that. I haven't entered it in a car show in a few years now, and I gotta do a lot of work to get him looking good again because I've had him at the track quite a bit this year, and it's taken its toll on it. So we gotta do some work on the exterior and the interior to get it looking mint, or mint enough anyway. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so I got the rear passenger wheel off right now because yesterday when I drove the car, I started noticing a squealing sound coming from the back, and I think I found the problem. I think this brake has just been dragging the whole time, and it's been dragging to the point where I think the pad on the rear has worn right down to the rivets already. So I'm going to get the caliper off of here and the rotor, and we'll see kind of what the damage is. Alright, so I just got the rear caliper off and having a look at the pads, and as you can see, the inside pad is already way down to the wear indicator, so that's where the squealing was coming from. And look at that, it's basically gone already, and these were brand new pads, so definitely something I'm gonna have to do is get new calipers, because these ones are not functioning the way that they should be. I think the driver's side is seized, and that's why I had to tighten this one up so much just to make the parking brake work. And by doing so, I had a lot of brake drag going on, and it's caused this one just to wear right out. So what I'm going to do for the time being anyway, I'm just gonna drill out this rivet and take this indicator off of here. That'll stop the squealing anyway, and then hopefully I can get my new calipers in soon. Get some new pads while I'm at it, and then we'll get these things running the way they should be.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I got that piece busted off, so I'm going to reinstall this for the time being. I'll probably end up readjusting my parking brake just a little bit to reduce the brake drag. Alright, so that's my squeaking problem solved. I think I'm gonna place my order for the rear calipers and pads today, and then hopefully by next track day they should be here, and I'll get them installed as soon as I can. For right now, what I'm going to do, because I still have some rust on this side, and on the driver's side it's even worse, I'm just gonna take a little bit of either sandpaper or Scotch-Brite pad just to get rid of some of that surface rust and make it look a little bit better. And then I think we're going to be done in the rear. So next thing I want to do is make up some new stickers for Frankenstein. I think it's time for a bit of an update, so let's head inside real quick. I'm going to make up some new stickers with the updated logo, and then we'll get those installed. Alright, so that's just about all I want to do to the exterior tonight. I'm going to spend the rest of tomorrow morning taking the car to the car wash, and we'll do a detail on the outside when I'm actually at the show. So I don't want to spend too much more time on it tonight. I'm going to get to work on the interior now. I used to have this diamond plate cover where the cup holders used to be. I have no room for cup holders anymore because the shifter cables get in the way, so I just built this cover out of diamond plate. Alright, so as you can see, this is where I would have had the plate covering this area here where the shifter cables are, but it is wide open now, and this is the plate that I used to have in there. I don't know, I'm going to try using some epoxy again on it. Even if it's just temporary for now, I may have to switch to some JB Weld or something in the future, but this is just going to be a quick fix because I want to get ready for the show tomorrow. Alright, so I got the console out and it's flipped upside down now. What I've done is I've shaved off all the excess epoxy that was on there from before, and then I took some sandpaper to it to scuff up the edges a bit, so maybe it'll adhere a bit better this time. And then I've just mocked it up with tuck tape temporarily just to kind of hold it in place. So what I'm going to do now is mix up some epoxy, and then hopefully that's enough to hold it in place. Even if it's just temporary for the show tomorrow, then I can find a better solution later on, but I kind of just want to get it done tonight. Alright, so I kind of went full sand on the adhesive here. So I used epoxy in the same spots that I did before, and then as an extra measure I used some shoe glue in all the corners, and once that stuff dries it's pretty solid too. And then I added even more tuck tape around the edges, so I mean this thing shouldn't come loose at all. At least it'll get me through the show tomorrow, and then I can find out a better method after. But I'm gonna leave this overnight, and then I think that's all I want to get done tonight, and then we'll catch back up in the morning, and I'm gonna get started on cleaning up the interior a bit. I'll get the vacuum out and all that stuff. It's kind of late tonight to get vacuuming, so I think I'm just gonna head to bed. We'll see you guys in the morning. Alright guys, we are back at it again. I've been working on the interior for a little bit now, and I got it all put back together. So next thing I'm going to do is pull the car outside, get the shop back out, and just get a really good vacuum on the inside. And that's probably about all that I'm going to do at home. The rest is all going to be done at the car wash or at the show. So let's get started. Alright guys, I just got back from the show a little while ago. I wasn't able to get a whole lot of footage from the car show because there were so many people walking around, and every time I would try to get a shot there would be someone right there in the way. So it's good that there was a really good turnout and there was lots of people there. It was just really hard to get footage, but I met up with a guy at the car show. He drives that black RX-7 that you would have seen in the video, and I was just talking to him about how my plans are to turbo the H22 eventually and stuff like that. And he was telling me that he has a lot of turbo parts at his place, and that he wasn't using. He was basically just going to throw them out. Just after the show we just cruised down there and I'll check it out and see what he had. So let's have a look at what we got here. I got a new intercooler, well, used but new to me, and he also had a ton of intercooler piping and couplers, so I got a bunch of those, and also a Gretty. I think he said it was a knockoff, but I got a blow-off valve as well. So he said that it's in pieces right now. I got to put it back together because he had taken it apart for something. But that's not a huge deal. I can just piece that one back together. So yeah, that's a few more parts that I need to go towards my turbo build. We're getting pretty close to having everything I need, so that's exciting. So yeah, I'm super stoked about that. Huge shout out to Mike for hooking me up with those parts, because that's gonna make a huge difference already, and hopefully we can get this thing boosted by next year. That's kind of what my goal is now. So anyway guys, I'm gonna close off the video here. So if you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And we will see you on the next one.